What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be doing a video from Anton Daniels. Shout out to this brother. And you wanna know something that's real pathetic about this thing that's going on with the the Democrats is the fact that you have people crashing out over this. Now, this video I could not find because it's not on his actual page. He has it hidden, so I'm having to review it from him. But listen to this.
With my chest, if you don't vote in this election or you vote the wrong way and you're black, you deserve everything that you don't get. You deserve being overlooked for that job opportunity. You deserve getting pulled over driving while black. You deserve racial inequality. You deserve having to have a job with a non-livable wage. You deserve the fact that you're going to have student loan debt for the next 25 years. You deserve not being able to buy a house and build generational wealth.
All right, I'm gonna play the whole thing. Don't worry about it because I definitely want to get the full context of what they say. And whether I agree with the content creator or not, I always link back to them because I want to give them credit for contributing into what they put out here in society, especially on social media. So you'll find that link in the description. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is also in the description. We got Block Club coming up. And then Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, plus a free gift, plus 20% off for life. So that's absolutely awesome. And then last but not least, come and kick it with me in person. I'll be in Atlanta and then Detroit right after that. Use discount code Anton to get at least 20% off your tickets. It's going to be the hoot and hollering at a time. So, first of all, here's my question for all of the ignorant women out there that decides that they want to try to shame black men for having a choice and picking who they want to be president of the United States of America. Couple different questions before we dig into it and we hear everything that she has to say. Number one, is Obama running for president of the United States of America, or is Kamala Harris? Let me say that again for the people in the back. Is it Obama that we're voting for? Because I wouldn't vote for him in this election either. But I'm just wondering, is it Obama that we're worried about, or is it Kamala Harris? That's number one. And number two, what is up with all of this racial stuff? You know, the only reason why race is an issue is because black people keep making it an issue. Because most of the things that we would call racist is the thing that the culture actually projects, promotes, and highlights as a way to divide us and keep us separate by focusing on things that you can't even control as far as how you was born. We divide ourselves against each other by making everything about race. What do you mean driving while black? You know, as a 42-year-old man that was raised in Detroit, Michigan, in the inner city of Detroit, Michigan, and have went to public schools, private school, and middle school for 2 years, and then back into public schools before I went into high school. And as a person that has traveled the entire country and went outside of the country, I can guarantee you, I promise you, I have never had a problem with police officers. The only thing that I've ever had with police officers is great interactions because they was the first responders to any kind of issue that I ever had, especially when I had got into some stuff. In the city, they was the first people to show up on the scene, and they showed up like that, and they actually helped me. So
Okay, so I understand where Anton's coming from, and I've had none but good interactions with cops too. I haven't came across any asshole cops that I haven't came across any. But let me ask y'all this question. Why is it that it's always around election season that black women tend to always try to berate and talk down to black men? They do it at an exponentially higher scale when it's election season. You better vote this way or this, and that. It's always them talking down to us like we they fucking kids. Like, I'm not even trying to be an asshole right here, but it's the fact of the matter is that it's always these type of women that literally try to talk down to, berate, and then trash black men. It's always these type of women that seem to have the most to say, but when accountability comes knocking at their door, they don't want to answer the door. I kind of find that ironic.
That's number one. Number two, I got to where I am because I actually worked hard for what I got. And so anytime that I've ever not been selected for a job or anything like that, is because the person was actually better than me or they were looking for things that I didn't have. And so instead of me whining about it and pointing out the window, I started looking in the mirror and making some adjustments and I got better. And I don't really understand how these people could say this when, and I'm gonna use myself as an example, the perfect example for this scenario. And again, I'm born in Detroit. I stayed in Detroit, built my companies in Detroit, became a software engineer, continued to level up and become successful in my life. Been married for 20 years, never been racially profiled. My daughter's in a great space. All of my parents, my father was married until the day that he passed away. We've never experienced any of these mythical things that people try to make it seem like we living in the 1920s and the 1800s. And they want so bad to make this a race thing and a race war and being pulled over while black and missing out on the opportunity. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Listen, that is so old and that is tired. If you leave it up to y'all gonna be talking about this 21, 24, having this same stupid conversation, acting like somebody is holding you back before we even get to the core of what she's saying. And don't worry, I'm gonna let her play it out and I'm gonna rewind it so that we get the full context of what she's saying. But the very idea that we use in race and identity politics to justify who you gonna vote for, and then we talking about letting Obama down. Give a fuck about what Obama is talking about. He ain't did nothing for you. Tell me, Miss Black Woman, what exactly did Obama do for you and black people in particular since you want to make it about race? I'm curious. Before we get into the real issues and the problems of Obama trying to uh, hold men accountable for saying that they misogynistic for choosing not to vote for somebody and it's their right to be able to do so and make an individual adjustment, and we're not a monolith. Miss Black Lady right here, what exactly did Obama do for black people in particular? We know what he did for the alphabet community, and we know that the Asian hate crime bill is popping off, and we know that it's a lot of things that played out, but in particular, what leg up did he give y'all, and what do you expect for Kamala Harris, especially since she's already communicated to y'all that she has no interest in doing anything for you individually, which I'm not even against. I'm not even against it. I'm not against the idea that we need to separate ourselves, but y'all are making it a racial issue. So since we're supposed to vote for somebody just because they claim that they're black, help me to understand exactly what they've done for you so far. Except
I'm gonna agree with Anton right here because to me, I believe that us as black people we need to separate ourselves from a lot of people. Democrats, Republicans, we need to separate as a whole and focus on internal conflict, internal stuff, so that we can actually build our own community up instead of worrying about what everybody else thinks or worried about what somebody else is going to give us. That's my thought process on the subject. Because if you really think about it, these people that we put so much faith into when it comes to politics and stuff like that, none of these people really give a damn about us or our problems or our issues. Anytime an election comes around, Democrats always go to the same three places: the news, the church, into their Democrat donors. They never come talk to the grassroots. That's that's black people, white people, Hispanics. That's everybody. They never come to the grassroots. They never come talk to us and actually ask our dilemmas and our problems. They always go to those three places: the church, their friends, and their donors. So they're listening to the people that are on par with them. Same thing with Republicans, but we're focused more on the Democrats right now. Same thing with the Republicans, but we're focused on the Democrats because it's most prevalent right now. They always talk to those three types of people. They never come down here off of their high horse with their head out of their ass to actually listen. That's a problem. Because meanwhile, while they're telling you to vote for them, but if you look back at the years that they've been in, they haven't done anything for you. If anything, it's only gotten worse. You can't afford to eat. You can't afford to pay your rent. You can't afford to doggone drive your car. You can't afford to put gas in your car. You can't even afford to doggone buy some underwear if you don't have any underwear. That's the honest truth. You can't do much. But the fact of the matter is that they always come around every 4 years when there's a major election to try to get your vote. Now they're wanting to pander to you and say all this different shit just so you can get on par with them and vote for them. You know it's true. I know it's true. Everybody knows it's fucking true. So why do we keep on trying to sit here and shame the devil? We know it's true. We know what happens. We know how these people roll.
Except for made you more divided. Lean into this stupid ass Black Lives Matters that turned out to be a Marxist organization ran by a bunch of the alphabet community people, and they took y'all money and frauded off in it. And the foundation of where they were located and how this thing started popping off in the first place, they never gave into the community exactly what it is that you expect from us. Let's get back into our video. I want to see the full context of it. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have a conversation
Some
in
of
truth.
y'all are just
Okay?
Y'all, I'm finna say this with my chest. If you don't vote in this election or you vote the wrong way and you're black, you deserve everything that you don't
I
get.
take it. I take it.
You deserve being overlooked for that job opportunity.
Okay.
You deserve getting pulled over driving while black.
She said you deserve to not get that job opportunity. Why are we sitting here trying to get jobs? Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. Why are we sitting here trying to fight for jobs when we could go out there and build our own? I've never understood that. There's so many different things that black people can do. Why are we sitting here fighting for a fucking job? Fighting over a job. Why not create your own?
You deserve racial inequality.
Racial
You
inequality.
deserve having to have a job with a non-livable wage. You deserve the fact that you're going to have student loan debt for the next 25 years.
I don't have student loans. So you're talking to a black woman out there.
And you should have student loan debt for the next 25 years because you the person that took it out. It's your debt. Pay your shit back. That should not be on the backs of the taxpayers to pay for your student loans. It's yours. Why should the taxpayers be responsible for you going to get a basket weaving degree, paying $100,000 for it, and then coming out of college and only making $25 an hour as a result of it? That's not their responsibility. Let me listen to the whole thing, bro.
You deserve not being able to buy a house and build generational wealth.
Generational
Some of
wealth.
y'all are just embarrassing. And I'm not talking about embarrassing to yourselves. You're embarrassing to your ancestors. You're embarrassing to all of the barriers that were broken before you even thought about existing on this planet Earth. Y'all are embarrassing to your children and to your grandchildren that you've not even met yet.
Okay.
It is disgusting. Having a literacy test has got to be put back on the table. Because y'all done messed it up for everybody.
Yeah.
You know the disrespectful part about this? It's women like this that are always the loudest and the wrongest when it comes down to the honest conversations that need to be had. It's always them that's loud and wrong. Ma'am, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about why black men are starting to doggone just bow out gracefully from society and away from black women? Have y'all ever really thought about it? Let's keep it a buck. Have y'all really thought about why brothers are just saying steadily, screw it, I don't even want to deal with y'all? I guarantee you this. They don't care nor do they listen. It's women like this that always have the most to say and the loudest and the wrongest. Damn what brothers are really saying. Damn that. Oh no. No, you can't say what you want to say. You gotta follow in line with us. That same bullshit mentality of hope. We over here settling for fucking hope while everybody else is getting tangibles. We're over here fighting and arguing with each other about voting for a party that's taking our vote for fucking 70 plus years, and we ain't done now bit of thing. They ain't done now thing for us, but we supposed to vote with them on every fiber of our fucking being. And they get us on some hope. Well, excuse me for saying this, but damn that hope. Hope didn't start the civil rights generation. Hope didn't do that. That was works. They worked to get that. You over here hoping that they give you something. That you over here hoping that they take student loan debt away from you. Meanwhile, you signed on that fucking dotted line saying that you're gonna be the one that's gonna pay back that loan, regardless of interest rate. You signed that loan. So why is it on the taxpayers to have to pay back your fucking debt that you got, all in the name of I didn't mean to, or I didn't know what I was doing, or I got the degree but I can't get a job, so I need somebody to take the debt away that I caused upon myself. You see how this works? This is the type of shit. This is the type of immature, ignorant shit that a lot of people say. But yet, when somebody comes out and come at your ass with that smoke, then you want to be over here like this. Well, I didn't know I wasn't gonna be able to find a job. You know what fields are needing people. You know what fields. You know what fields make money. You know what fields do this. You know what fields are the most practical to go into to make money to pay off your student loan debts. You decide and you choose to go and get a degree in some bullshit because that's what you feel, instead of going and getting a degree of what you want and of what you need to do, what you need to be in. STEM, STEM, STEM STEM fields and medical. Anything else, it's just a fucking degree. You ain't gonna make no money from it. Pathetic. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.